Hello, today I'm going to walk you through the basics of how I create module slides for the Wit and Wisdom modules. As you see here, this is a completed slides presentation for Module 3. Now these can get very long as there are, I believe in this one, 34 lessons. But what I like to do is have each lesson like a different color or something to stand out so that as I'm going through the slides, I know when to transition from one lesson to the next. And this has information that I put up on the smartboard for the students so that we have instructions and information on what we're doing at the time. This also gives us, for example, here are vocabulary words so that the children can copy those down into their notebooks. Now I'm just going to go through a very brief of how these are created with Module 4. So this is Lesson 1 of Module 4. And it's very, very important that you read through the entire lesson before you start making the slides. This way you can pick out what is going to be necessary to highlight in your module slides. And everything is different for every classroom, so you may need to spend a little more time on, for example, vocabulary for your students, but only you know what is best for your classroom. So very, very important. You have to read through, you have to know what exactly you're going through before you make these slides. Now, for example, we have here, it's telling the students to think, pair, share, and then giving a list of characters from each of the modules that we've gone through. Now, I'm just going to go to my snipping tool here. I use my snipping tool a lot, so it has some other stuff there too. And I'm going to just go ahead and take this chart here, make a copy of it, and paste it into my module slide. And then I will put above that, the instructions for the students to think, pair, share, and give it more information about what exactly I expect them to be doing at this time. So, for example, here it says, think, pair, share to describe the strength and great heart that the character or characters from their assigned module showed in the books. Now, just for this example, I am doing a direct copy and paste. A lot of times it will need to be reworded or modified for your students. I don't like it like that, so I'm going to Control-Shift-V to keep the same formatting that I already have in the slide. Now, as you see here, I have started my module slides prior to starting the video. So I have like a nice little picture here on the beginning, Module 4, Myth Making. And this goes into the essential question for the module, as well as the focusing question and content framing question for the lesson. And this just gives students information on what exactly we're going to be talking about and why we're doing that. So as you go through each lesson, like I said, I will change the colors for the different lessons and have as many slides as I need to go through the information for that lesson. For example, here we have varying lengths of lessons. Here in Lesson 9, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slides for Lesson 9. Whereas, some lessons are going to be shorter or longer depending upon the information that you need to cover. And I do like to include little pictures there to keep the kids interested and to give some more information on what we're going to be talking about through that lesson. So we have different little pictures here on the revolution for Module 3. And just kind of keep it nice, keep it easy for the kids to understand exactly what's expected of them. Okay, I hope this helps and you are able to create your own module slides. Now, one more thing I would like to talk about is the Google Forms. So I create Google Forms for a lot of the question sets that we have throughout the module. So, for example, when you go to the home page here, which is kind of having some issues here. When you go to the home page for the module, it's going to give you the option to go, for example, here for Module 4. And it's not doing it right now. Hang on. There we go. So it gives you the Wit and Wisdom question sets for all of the modules. So we go, for example, to Module 4, open that up, and it's going to give you all the question sets for the different lessons. Now, what I do to save paper and to make things easier for myself and for the students is I put these question sets in a Google form. For example, here this is Lesson 3 question set, so I would title my Google form Module 4 Lesson 3 question set. I do include the number of module so that I can find this next year in my Google Drive as well. And we do a lot of the same procedure as we do for the module slides for the question sets. So I'm going to shrink this down enough so that I have this whole passage here on one page, and then I'll use my snipping tool to just borrow this passage here. And then I can save that. I'll save that as 4-3, Module 4, Lesson 3. And then you can directly upload that into your Google form. Ta-da! Now, for the questions that you have below that, it's going to be very simple as well. Just copy the question, input that into the Google form, and then put the answer choices there as well. Now, the benefit of the Google Forms is it grades itself. Now, what teacher doesn't like things that grade themselves? So this makes it easier and saves a lot of time in grading. So when you put these into Google Classroom, it can import the grades that the students get. So with 1 or 2 clicks of a button, you have the entire class's work graded. Hope this helps. Thank you.